back in January of this year, I had a really bad skiing accident, which I had to have a surgery for. And my original prognosis at the time was that I would only get back about 80% of my mobility and range of movement. And the surgeon said that I would definitely get early onset arthritis, which at 22 was, quite a hard pill to swallow. But I was prepared to push myself like hard and try and get back, to as much my normal life as possible as before. Prior to starting with Nikki and physio, I kind of thought that, this was from experience with friends, I thought that physio would just deal with, the very physical side of my injury, in terms of massage to relieve any pain, and also just to give me exercise to improve on. What I've actually found out since starting physio and with Nikki is that it's so much more than that, and what I've been able to see is that Nikki's helped me get my confidence back, that I thought I'd lost completely, showing me that although what happened was bad, and it was a very bad accident, and therefore it is okay to be sad about it, that I'm not going to break with every step I take outside of the front door, and that although it was this horrible thing, it's not necessarily going to happen again, and that I can walk up the stairs without freaking out about falling over. And I just didn't really ever think I'd get that level of confidence back, and especially from someone who I thought would only handle the physical side of my of my recovery. And but before my accident, things I used to love, such as wearing heels to work and going clubbing, I'd really become comfortable with thinking that perhaps those were things I wouldn't necessarily do again, or at least anytime soon. And what's been fantastic over these last couple of months is that, although I won't be doing them now, what's been great is that Nikki's helped me to see that that is something that I can do again, and that I can get back those parts of my life which I absolutely love doing and thought had finished with. So the confidence side has been absolutely fantastic. And what's been incredible is that although the original prognosis was only 80%, through working together we've seen that hopefully I'll get as close to 100% as possible, and that's through all the exercises, the massaging, but also just like the support, which has been fantastic. Therefore I definitely recommend physio to anyone, whether they were in my position and it was an accident that happened and an injury that resulted from that, or if it was something that might have developed over time, maybe like an old sports injury, or just anything that's developed over time. I'd say that physio has just completely been able to change my quality of life back to something which, as I said, I didn't think I'd get back to, and that it's just definitely more than that physical improvement. And also being in recovery, I haven't necessarily been able to get out that much, see my friends, and therefore being able to go to my appointments and chatting with Nikki throughout has actually been like this fantastic social side, which I thought I would have lost during this period. And sadly, due to recent events, we've had to transition onto going online, which initially I was a little bit apprehensive about, because I was like, oh, how can we do like the scar tissue massage? How can we do like the stretching? But what's been fantastic is that through the online stuff, Nikki's been able to correct and improve my form on my exercises still. And obviously a big part of what our physio was, which I didn't really realise before, is actually me being able to ask questions about how my knee felt and about what my recovery, rest of my recovery was going to look like. And all that hasn't changed. Like, that can still happen online. So it's a lot of reassurance, which actually, again, I didn't realize was so important until being online and being able to do it still. So that's been fantastic as well. And what's been really nice is that when we have our weekly sessions, it gives me time to look back and reflect on any progress and improvement that I've had in that week, and share it with someone who's been who's been there with me throughout the process, and can share in all the good news as well. So actually, going online has been it's been absolutely great still, and I look forward to the rest of our sessions.